few American presidents have embodied the rich cultural mosaic Barack Obama has. However, his approach in handling international problems shows scant regards to the main influential factors that affect regional conflicts and global phenomena, such as ethnic tension, confessional extremism, secessionist crises and terrorist organizations. The son of a Kenyan father and white American mother, Obama is an example of exciting and beautiful mosaic many had hoped would express itself in a more understanding and sensitive fashion towards what would cause frustration and fears among some groups, and revive grandiose dreams and ambitions of hegemony among others. His father was Muslim from the Luo people, one of the leading Nilotic East African tribes and Kenya's major minority constituents. His mother was a well-educated Protestant of European origins, and his sister, on his mother's side, an Indonesian Buddhist whose father was a Muslim. Furthermore, Obama spent part of his early life in Hawaii, the only American state with a non-European majority, and which is geographically closer to East Asia than it is to Europe, in addition to the fact that he also lived for some time with his late mother in Indonesia. Even during his first presidential election's victory, he won almost all the U.S. states bordering or overlooking the outside world, while his Republican opponent won the Mid-America states. President Obama is in effect paying the price of dishonoring his own grand promises on Palestine and Israel during his 2009 visit to Cairo later on, when Obama entered the White House, in the aftermath of George W. Bush's foreign adventures. Many expected him to bring new dimensions and changes in America's understanding of the world, in addition to brave approaches and visionary ideas that transcend narrow and short-term interests. A lot was expected, and indeed a lot was promised. Albeit encapsulated in one word: change. The other day, President Obama delivered his State of the Union address, but 2 years into his second term in office, it is becoming clear that his only foreign policy achievements has been a policy change towards Cuba. The lifting of the blockade has been both anachronistic and meaningless, as it has outlived its usefulness since its declared justification is no longer valid. During the Cold War, the U.S. political establishment viewed Cuba as a cat's paw of the USSR strategy to infiltrate the Americas, thus it had to be contained or destroyed at any cost. However, after the Bay of Pigs operation, the blockade tightened in the hope that it would bring down the regime of Fidel Castro, but the result indeed was that the USSR itself collapsed and disintegrated before Castro was even weakened. If anything, this U.S. view proved two things: 1. That Castro's regime was not a USSR cat's paw. 2. That U.S. policies in what it has always regarded as its back garden, that is the whole of the Americas, were basically wrong, and this may be best reflected in its association throughout the continent with military dictatorships such as those of Pinochet, Videla, Banzer, and Stroessner et al.